Which one of these drivers will make or break Cadillac's bold F1 debut in 2026? Formula One just got a whole lot more crowded, more competitive, and frankly, more interesting. 20 seats just grew to 22, and those 2 extra spots are like golden lottery tickets, either for hungry rookies ready to torch the tarmac, or seasoned veterans itching for one last hurrah before hanging up their helmets. So, what's Cadillac's game plan? Will they play it safe, with reliable vets and steady hands? Or will they roll the dice and unleash some wild young guns with more fire in their bellies than a Texas barbecue?
The next day.
Right. Seal the burger. We don't broil it. How many times I fucking told you to do that?
And they're not creeping in quietly. They're bursting onto the grid with champagne bottles popping, engines roaring, and a swagger that says, "We're here to own this playground." This isn't your grandma's car company quietly sponsoring a team. No, Cadillac, in partnership with TWG Global's Andretti Global, is swaggering onto the grid like it owns the place, ready to rewrite F1 as the sport's premier new factory.
That was mega!
But here's the million-dollar question on everyone's lips. Who the hell is going to actually drive these things? Will Cadillac play it safe? Or will they gamble on raw, unfiltered talent and shake up the driver market with some wild cards? Well, the answer just got juicier. Cadillac has shortlisted as many as 7 drivers for its 2026 Formula One debut, mixing veterans looking for redemption and hungry young guns itching to prove they belong. Team boss Graham Loudon's been spilling some serious tea, and he's crystal clear on one thing. This isn't a playground for people looking to prove a point. It's a team building a legacy, and only the hungry survive. First, let's talk about the old guard. You know, the guys who've tasted F1 glory, or at least had a seat on the grid, but are desperate to prove they still have what it takes. Mick Schumacher, yes, that Schumacher, is very much in the mix. The former Haas driver who swapped the F1 circus for the World Endurance Championship is hungry for a comeback. Cadillac's talking to him, but Loudon isn't looking for a nostalgia act. Mick has proved a whole bunch of things, but now it's about contributing to the team, not reliving past glories. Will Mick have the fire to turn back the clock? Or will this be another promising career flickering out? Then there's Valtteri Bottas, the reliable Finn with a decade of F1 experience and 10 wins to his name. Bottas has been around the block with Mercedes, Alfa Romeo and Williams. He's battle-tested and ready to bring stability. But here's the kicker. Bottas can't be the guy just proving a point. Cadillac wants someone who races for the team, not for their personal redemption tour. The question is, can Bottas still deliver that winning spark, or has his peak passed? And finally, Sergio Checo Perez. The man with arguably the largest fan base in Mexico and a resume that includes clutch performances under pressure. He's been overshadowed by the youth at Red Bull, but Perez's experience is undeniable. Cadillac's in talks, and you can bet the commercial allure of Checo won't be ignored. But will Perez ditch the Red Bull fortress for a fresh start? Only time will tell. And what about the young guns? Are these future stars, or just noise? Cadillac isn't just peering into the rearview mirror. Oh no, they're playing the long game, scouting some of the brightest young sparks on the grid and in the junior ranks. Felipe Drugovich, the 2022 F2 champion, is on the shortlist. A guy who took his time, but emerged as a serious talent. He might not be the flashiest, but steady and reliable is exactly what a new team might need. Fred Vesti, a young Danish phenom making waves in the junior ranks, is another driver with enough potential to surprise the paddock as well. Then there's Franco Colapinto, the young Argentine with a massive fan base, but a bit of a crash fetish. He's got raw speed, but also raw nerves. If Alpine spits him out, Cadillac could scoop him up. He's 22 in 2026, and with several F1 races under his belt, he's no rookie. Risky? Absolutely. But hey, Fortune favours the bold. Last but certainly not least for the young guns, Colton Herta, the American IndyCar prodigy everyone's whispering about. The big catch Cadillac wants to make. The problem? That pesky little thing called a super license. The FIA's stingy point system means Herta's got the skills, but not yet the paperwork. Expect some savvy FP1 appearances next season to get those points ticking. Cadillac clearly wants an American driver with swagger. Herta's the man, if they can pull it off. To be clear, Cadillac's also got a soft spot for seasoned pros who want to remind everyone they still have some fight left. Yuki Tsunoda, struggling but still young, might find a lifeline here if he expires at Red Bull and Aston Martin doesn't come through. Kevin Magnussen, the Danish rock star with a gritty pedigree, has already raced for Cadillac in sports cars. He knows the grind of building something from scratch, a crucial asset for a brand new F1 project. And then there's the wild card, Daniel Ricciardo, the crowd favourite, the showman, the man who can light up the grid with late-breaking madness and cheeky overtakes. His recent struggles might scare some off, but Cadillac could be the perfect place for him to rekindle that spark. The real question, does Daniel still have that hunger? So what does Cadillac really want? Team principal Graham Loudon is blunt. This team isn't a stepping stone for ego trips or last-ditch comeback attempts. Our team is there to provide a position on the pitch, if you like, for someone to prove what they can do for sure. But it's not a vehicle to show the world to prove a point or whatever. In other words, you either race for Cadillac or you don't race at all. That means the driver lineup will be a delicate balance of raw talent, experience and commercial sense. It's a high-wire act between building a team that can compete and a brand that can resonate, especially in the American market. Cadillac's 2026 F1 debut isn't just a new team, it's a declaration. The era of American muscle roaring into the pinnacle of motorsport has arrived, ready to rewrite Formula One's script. With 2 brand new seats up for grabs and a tantalising driver shortlist, the countdown to 2026 is on. This isn't a game for the faint-hearted. It's a high-stakes gamble where legends will be made or forgotten. Pick the wrong pilots and you're just another failed experiment lost in the history books. Choose the right combo, though, and Cadillac could be the talk of the paddock for decades to come. They're not just joining the party, they want to be the life of it. Will Cadillac play it safe with proven veterans? Will they roll the dice on explosive rookies? Or will they craft a perfect cocktail of both and shake the F1 establishment to its core? One thing's certain, 2026 just got a hell of a lot more unpredictable and a hell of a lot more fun. Cadillac's arrival marks the dawn of a new era in Formula One, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single lap. So who do you think Cadillac should sign? The comeback king? The up-and-coming star? Or the wild card with nothing to lose? Drop your predictions and hottest takes in the comments below. And if you're hungry for more spicy F1 content, tap that like button and subscribe, because this story is just getting started.